Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I'm Kristen Knapp, and I'm here with Ken Burrows, the founder and CEO of Kinlux, which is a really unique model. I'm so excited to get into it. Thank you for being here, Ken.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so Kinlux is very unique, and I'd love just for you to tell people what it is, just to start out.
Well, we're taking it to the next level. We've been involved in residential vacation rentals since 2016. Have been very successful at it. Primarily me and my wife and a few other workers. We've decided, because of different city ordinances, municipality ordinances, homeowners associations, all across the nation really are trying to shut down residential vacation rentals in the residential areas, whether they're condos to homes to anything. They're making it so difficult you can't even make any money at it. So we've kind of been forced to merge into the actual commercial market. So we're trying to look for properties that can come in and create that family environment like we have with the residential, anywhere from 5 to 7 bedrooms, pool tables, shuffleboards, foosball tables, full entertainment, full cooking atmospheres with, rice cookers to, all kinds of different things to cook for the family. We found that's been the secret spot is, anywhere from 20 to 30 people. They'd like to bring their kids, their cousins' kids. They don't want to go rent 5 hotel rooms. So they're looking for that fun family environment. And we're going to take it to the next level, and even create entertainment destinations like a Hobbit village, or 8 to 10 units all look like you're in a Hobbit village with fire pits and maybe miniature golf, things like that. That's going to be more entertainment aspect where people leave and they're like, oh, we had a really good time here. So that's what we're creating. And we're also taking it to the next level. We're going to tokenize the shares of the business. So basically, we're merging crypto in with the real world assets because we feel that's the wave of the future. We don't necessarily agree with digital currency, but I've been involved in it, for the last 10 years and, done okay with it. And I see everything merging into that, with governments coming in, doing reserves with crypto rather than gold. So that's what we're taking to the whole next level, merging the two together. We're not a standard crypto company. We won't be like a meme coin like Dogecoin or Pepe coins or things like that. We actually have a full business model created around it. So it's a lot more secure investment. You won't have the fluctuations like you do with a standard meme coin. It'll be more based on shares of the business as we grow, net profits, dividends, profit sharing based on investors, investment that they invest into the company, and be creating more like a club where the investors have an option to get discounted at our rentals. They'll have voting rights on where the company goes, with certain properties we purchase, or even what we want to add to the properties, for entertainment. So we'll be doing, different specials and voting rights on, if we select one of someone's ideas or part of the club, or then maybe we'll throw some bonus shares to them. So yeah, we're creating it more like a family environment. That's the whole name, Kinlux. Kin meaning family, Lux is luxury. So that's pretty much the whole concept of our entire business structure.
I mean, it's incredible. You're merging two super unique content or concepts together. So there's a lot going on here. So with the properties, it's kind of like someone's like personal hotel. Is that right?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Basically, be similar to a bed and breakfast, but without, obviously a host being in the home itself or the property. Of course, we have people on call, if they ever need anything, but it'd be just like renting their own 5 to 7 bedroom hotel room, basically, or a little area like a miniature campground. It'd be, their private property set off from everything. So, we possibly might get some celebrities coming in. So we have been discussing with some celebrities on investing. So, because they're all private areas in a way.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And so, like, you said that residential Airbnbs and rental properties are kind of getting suppressed at this time, but it's easier to zone a hotel or Airbnb or bed and breakfast, stuff like that? Is that kind of the
It's
concept with
much
that?
easier to pick up a distressed commercial property, maybe have 8 to 10 office rooms in it. So we come in, develop it, get it rezoned to a hotel motel system or bed and breakfast kind of system. And then the municipalities, we're under that motel taxing system. So it's not like they're ever going to get rid of motels in that particular area. Uh, and usually some of these properties we're looking at are, like I said, fairly distressed. They've been on the market for many years. The city wants something done with them, bring more tourism into the area, more taxes. So it's, everyone we've talked to is very open to actually, listening to us rezoning certain properties. But yeah, we feel, it's definitely a model that'll work.
Yeah, that's so cool. And then as far as the tokenization, can you walk me through exactly how that works?
Yeah, currently we're calling it when you invest, you get 1 token for $1, which equals a share of the business. So you're actually coming in as an owner of the business in a sense, similar to a stock. But there you have no voting rights. You can't really, you just kind of watch the market and go in and out. With us, we're creating a whole different model. So we're not tokenized yet. Once we go through our first round of funding, then we'll start looking at, we're talking to DigiShares. They have their own Ethereum blockchain system that we'll be turning it into a blockchain. And then within a year and a half, we're going to file for our Reg A, which is a mini IPO in a sense. And that's when really the shares of the company are going to start rising. And as we bring in more and more properties, more profits, it'll be more of a slow process. Like I said, it won't be like a meme coin where you're going to shoot up, but a nice 5 to 10 year plan. We feel our shares will probably be right around the $20-30 mark within 5 to 10 years, which is a substantial growth, and all while getting profit sharing and dividends quarterly. So once we turn into the token aspect, then we file the Reg A. We do plan 5 to 10 years, possibly filing for a full IPO with the NASDAQ, and that's really when the company's going to shoot off.
That's really cool. So this is kind of like you're creating your own, it's like going public without going public, essentially.
Correct. Yeah, like
That's
kind of
cool.
within a club. So,
And tell me about how you came to that model.
well, I've been dabbling in crypto the last 10 years and done fairly well with it. So I've been watching the markets, watching, different administrations, different government agencies discussing now of, getting uh, reserves for their own local economy or the American, government rather than gold and things like that. And it's just natural progression. There's big banks starting to discuss offering their own crypto and merging everything together. There's a lot of different companies coming up merging different types of like artwork and things like that with real world assets. But with us, we're creating a full business plan around it. It's not just a fly by night meme coin that's not following SEC rules. We filed our Reg CF, our Reg D, and we'll be filing our Reg A. So we're following the rules, doing it correctly. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's a nice, solid company that you're going to be a part of and that we're going to watch us grow and help us grow.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
So cool. And then as far as, people wanting to rent the properties, do they go to your website? Is that how that works? Or do you kind of outsource it to
Yeah.
third-party sites?
Well, currently we're not renting the residential units that we own. We've only identified a couple commercial properties that we're looking at. Once we sell some of the residential ones, then we'll be able to start purchasing others, or as more and more investors come in. We really just started this about a month ago for investors to come in, so we're fairly new on that. Yeah, we just started getting appointments for investors here last week, so it's fairly new concept. I got a few meetings today booked already for investors, so it's definitely climbing. But the more they get into the ground floor, the better off it's going to be. But then once we have the properties up and running, and as we grow and grow, then yes, the investors will have access to getting discounted rentals, through our rentals.
That's so exciting. So what were you doing before this?
Well, I've actually been in the mortgage business for about 30 years, so I still own a mortgage company. I also part owner of a whiskey company, so we do that as well.
Cool.
So it's kind of fun. But yeah, me and my wife got into the vacation rental business. Started back really in 2012. We took a 6-month trip around the nation with our 3-month-old before he got into school on our fifth wheel, and rented our house out in Lake Tahoe and started doing pretty well with it. So we looked at each other and said, well, honey, I think we lost our house.
Yeah.
So from there, we've been buying more and more properties and, converting them into entertainment type of properties and fun around the Lake Tahoe area. Yeah, being in the mortgage and real estate business pretty much my whole life, I've know the ins and outs all across the nation, from licensing to municipalities. I do a lot of work for clients and friends for vacation rentals, show them how to build it up as well.
Right.
So
Yeah. And are you seeing this kind of nationwide where these residential vacation properties are kind of being suppressed?
yeah, I've had a lot of clients in Fort Lauderdale, Dallas, even in Ohio. Yeah, some of my clients, it's getting to where it's full outright ban, or they just make the regulations so difficult that
Yeah.
you just can't make any money at it. I mean, you drop, 70%, of what you could make if they weren't regulating it. So that almost makes it not worth it, especially in this high rate market. That's another reason we wanted to open up the investor side without getting mortgages on these properties, because right now the rates are anywhere from 7 to 10%, based on what you're trying to do. And it doesn't make sense. It takes so much profit away to the business. So that's where we're trying to get more investors in to come help us purchase these properties at 60, 70 cents on the dollar, revamp them. And most of our properties bring in $350,000 a year. So that's really our goal for each property.
Yeah, I love that. And I've definitely seen that. I'm in Southern California and I've seen that kind of around me in Palm
Yeah.
Springs and Santa Barbara. You just can't
Yeah.
get, which is a shame because tourism really fuels, Palm Springs for sure. Lots of people want to go there.
Right.
So
Yeah.
there's definitely a need for this. And so tell me about some of these interesting properties like the Hobbit homes, and I saw like a castle on your website, all of that. Like tell me more about the design process of this and, what those are going to look like.
Yeah, right now it's beginning stages, of course, but we've defined one property in Markleeville, California, which is 25 minutes outside of Lake Tahoe. We're looking at, it's an old ranch. We're looking at converting that into maybe two different properties, basically, kind of like a miniature campground with a hobbit village. Either have, a little miniature golf, fire pits, things like that. And then we also want to do something like a redneck water park. So we like split it off to where we'll have cabins and they have a big pond with all kinds of different entertainment things they can have fun on the pond with. So things like that we're identifying.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
We got another property identified down in Stockton, California. It's about 130 acres. Actually, it's a friend of ours. He actually owns it. And him and I have been talking about creating the castle environment. So it'd be like an entertainment complex, but it'd also be probably 10 different separate bedrooms. Maybe with a lazy river moat around it, and also be able to maybe do festivals. People can bring, certain bands and all the band members and the family stay in the castle. So, that's other things we've been discussing. It's all in development, of course, at this point. But the first property we're looking at, it's a smaller property in Lake Tahoe, 960,000 what they're asking. We've already been in discussion with them. So, and it's been sitting on the market for 3 years. So that's what's good about this concept. A lot of these commercial properties, they're not selling because people are working out of their homes more ever since COVID. And it's, there's a lot of commercial properties sitting around on the market right now, just people wanting to unload them. So,
I mean, it's such a good idea. You're solving two problems at once. You're helping the vacation rentals while also, these neglected commercial properties that are just sitting there. I think it's
right.
also really cool because, you're leaning into a lot of modern things right now with like the crypto and all of that, but all of these properties, not all of them, but the specialized properties are very like viral. Like I can see that going viral online on TikTok. Yeah, that's really cool. You're like building stuff. Yeah, building stuff for the current age. And so as you're doing all of this, what's maybe a big learning lesson you've learned that's really helped you I know you're just kind of starting out with this.
Well, I mean, I've had to dive in and really learn the raising crowdfunding aspect and getting investors. Um, there's a lot of people that wanted to charge us, a lot of money to do this for us. And I had to dive in and really learn and find the companies that are on each stage of it, whether it's filing the paperwork, the attorney, to the marketing company, to our software. We're using Core Connects. So our broker dealer, there's so many steps to crowdfunding. If you want to do it legally through the SEC, which we are and do, and that's been my biggest challenge is learning this new concept of, investors and keeping everything legal. But that's what I do. I get in to figure things out, get things done, and make stuff happen.
And what kind of investor like are you thinking would be interested in a property like this? Like who would be the type?
Well, we're doing two different sides of it. The Reg CF is non-accredited investors, so they can invest up to $350 or minimum, and then they can, as much as they want actually. So that's more the minute investor to, hey, here, let's have some fun. Let's get involved with this fun company. Maybe invest 2 or 3,000, and be involved with us. And then the other step is the actual accredited investors, which, they have to be worth so much money, or have so much, in the account or make so much per year and that minimum is $50,000 for the accredited investors. So we're trying to hit 2 steps, or actually almost 3, because now we're also doing the crypto. we offer up to 15 different crypto companies. They can invest, with us if they have, a bunch of Bitcoin or Dogecoin. They can, throw 15, 20,000 of that into our company with a more secure atmosphere. So it's actually 3 steps. So, and I feel that's going to help as we grow here.
Definitely. And, as you grow, like looking, maybe 5 years into the future, where do you see Kinlux?
I see Kinlux, probably with about 20 properties at that point. Probably worth about 5 to 10 million as the company itself. Shares, I believe, will be above, anywhere from $5 to $10 after the 5-year mark. Hopefully 10 years, we're full IPO, and that's when it'll shoot up, I believe, $20 to $30 per share or per token, basically.
That's so cool. So where can people learn more about Kinlux and follow your guys' progress?
Yeah. Well, right now, we have a good landing page, investkinlux.com, and that'll kind of start taking you through the process to schedule a meeting with me or one of my associates, and then we can start discussing through that. But you also can look us up, the SEC, the Reg CF and Reg D. That'll show a separate website that actually, has some more information as well. But the biggest thing is schedule an appointment with one of us if you're really interested. So I know it's a new concept. We're going to be having to do a lot of education based on, merging crypto with real world assets. Not a lot of people completely get it. So that's where I think some of the education is going to be. We're in the process of making a lot of educational videos that we're going to be posting on YouTube and Rumble and things like that people can also start viewing.
Sounds awesome. So everybody, please check out Kinlux. And it's it's so cool what you're doing. And I'm so excited to see the progress of it.
Thank you very much.
So thank you so much for coming on. It's been wonderful having you. And everybody subscribe to this podcast if you love it. And please check out Kinlux. Yeah. So thank you so much. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.